Tonight for dinner, I made a kielbasa kale and potato soup. If you're feeling chilly or feeling sick, this is the soup you want to make. Hey, everybody. All right, so I usually don't make long form cooking videos, but today I'm going to. And let me tell you why. We got the dreaded norovirus. No! In this place a few days ago. First, it took out Proxima, my middle daughter, and then it took out Matthew. And then on the same night, it took out me and Enceladus. Enceladus is home from school on her iPad today. But everybody is feeling a lot better. But those first few days, ooh, all right. But still, baby Europa, she's 2 years old, still standing, not affected at all right now. At daycare, the phone could ring any minute and things could change. But the last few days have been crazy here, and I'm feeling very lonely and like I just need to talk and cook. And everybody has their appetite finally back. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big pot of creamy soup for dinner tonight. I should also mention it's freezing right now. It's the coldest day in quite some time. And Matthew is taking Proxima to Taekwondo tonight. And when he takes her to Taekwondo, parents aren't allowed to come inside. So that poor man has to stand outside and watch her through a window in very, very freezing temperatures. So when they get home, there's going to be some yummy warm soup to warm them up. Oh, it's been. And would you believe that even though it's freezing out, we're still growing kale in the garden? Kale is truly the vegetable that keeps giving. It takes so much to knock out kale. If you want to grow something really easy in the garden, it's this lady right here. All right, so the soup tonight is a kale, kielbasa, and potato soup. We're gonna take half of it and use an immersion blender and blend it up. So it's that perfect texture of half creamy, half chunky. And then it's made with 8 cups of chicken broth. And you probably agree with this, but chicken broth is the comfort to a sick soul. So we got that covered. And then I'm going to serve it with my favorite bread machine dinner rolls. Some of you guys know about these dinner rolls already. Maybe the next video I make, I can walk you through how I make those rolls because they truly are special. If you like this video, which I really hope you do. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. Do, 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 do. So one of my goals this year has been to take all of my favorite recipes and write them in a cookbook. So I got this cute little recipe book at a local stationery store, and I started writing all of them down. And I thought this would just be a better way of using my phone or printing them out. Plus, then I swear I know how to use this. And plus, then it kind of gets passed on to my girls. So, yay. First thing I need to do is wash the kale. My vegetable washer is all the way up there. Because even though I tell Matthew all the time, you can't put things that high, I can't reach them, he still does. So let's comically try to get this down. Oh, goodness. That's too risky. That's too risky. Time to gather the ingredients. You need chicken broth. Yes, absolutely. Homemade chicken broth, top tier, either simmered on the stove, or my favorite is homemade chicken broth made in the crock pot. It doesn't get better than that. But alas, I don't got time or the energy for that today. So I'm gonna grab these. This is the New Yorker's pantry, which is a shelf. And now I'm gonna go downstairs into our root cellar. And you need 3 potatoes. No, 4 potatoes. 4. Got them. And into the fridge for 3 carrots. Orange carrots or rainbow carrots, whichever you have in your refrigerator. Got them. And now for the longest part of this recipe, you gotta peel these babies up. We compost. You should compost. It's easy. Just drop it off to your community garden, or if you have a garden, but composting. All right. And now I'm going to fast forward this because this is going to be a really boring part. All right, so potatoes and carrots are peeled. One thing you should know about me is I am not a clean peel kind of girl. I do not go straight down to the skin. Sometimes it's a little messy. I leave little spots, but you know what? A little potato skin, not gonna kill you. It's gonna make you stronger. We're gonna chop up the carrots. I personally like carrot disc, like almost like small coins. So I just think that they're presented more nicely in soup. They're kind of bite-sized. They're skinny, so they cook quicker. Yeah, I am carrot coins team all the way. New hashtag carrot coins team. God, I love the sound of chopping vegetables on a cutting board. Doing some ASMR here. Enjoy this. All right, I'll give you one more card. All right, so carrots. That would be weird if it was parrots. Carrots are all chopped up. Now I'm gonna chop up these potatoes. I do like little cubes. So this way, and then this way, and then this way. Just like that. Tiny enough that you can fit 1 or 2 on a spoon. Perfect for my kids. And keep doing until all the potatoes are all chopped up. All right, so it's time to start making this soup. I admit that the light in my kitchen is not super beautiful, sexy for soup cooking. The windows are on the other side of the loft. We're just gonna make it work. So get your chicken broth, pour it into your big old soup pot. Can I tell you guys a pet peeve I have about, I don't know if it's new, it's in the last few years, but these like, I think they're called like Tech Pack or something, containers, Tetra Pack. When you used to open them, there used to be like a double seal. God, I can't open it at all. And now when you open them, they're just like one seal. And they're like, no, if you just open the lid, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But you know what I liked? I liked the double seal because then I knew that it was still good. Because sometimes you open it and, it's straight to the broth. And you're like,
has this been open? Has this been sitting on my shelf for months open? I can't be the only one that has a real fight with these single seal Rappy Tappy containers. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the medium high. While the soup is getting ready to boil, I'm going to start preparing the kielbasa. This is a pound of what am I saying? This is a pound of pork kielbasa. You could use pork kielbasa, you could use beef kielbasa, you could use Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage. You could use spicy sausage if you want a little spice and you don't have little mouths to feed. It's about, I think I already said this, but it's a pound of kielbasa. And then I'm going to just chop it up into about like 1-inch pieces like this, maybe a little smaller. Let's check if the potatoes and carrots are done. Simple fork test here. Fork slides in easily. Then the potatoes are done. Look at that. Perfect. Remember in the beginning of the video, I talked about how this is the perfect creamy and chunky soup? Now is the time that we're gonna make that happen. So we are going to spoon out half of the vegetables. Half of the carrots, half of the potatoes. Doesn't have to be exact. I like it a little bit more on the chunky side so there's a little bit more bite to eat. So grab a couple more carrots. And grab a couple more potatoes too. Who am I kidding? All right, that's good. And then I'm gonna take an immersion blender. If you don't have a immersion blender, you could use like a potato masher and just mash it up real good. But if you like making soups a lot, then I recommend investing in a immersion blender. Mine has lasted forever. So it's gonna get a little loud. Put on your headphones, and we're just gonna puree this until it's creamy. All right, I think we are pretty much there. You can tell how creamy and smooth it is. One little carrot there. Hiya! And now, thanks to the magic of YouTube, this kale is magically washed. I love this washer, by the way. I wash so many of our greens and vegetables in it. The only bad thing about this washer is how high up it is on the shelf. Matthew Rader. We're gonna add the kielbasa, the kale, and a little salt and pepper. So let's do that. So first the pound of kielbasa, and now the kale, the beautiful kale. You go, girl. And now, a little word about salt and pepper, more specifically salt. If you used a regular chicken broth that already is salted, you might want to use less salt or no salt. If you use a low sodium chicken broth, same. You might want to use less salt. If you use a chicken broth that hasn't been salted at all, then you're probably going to want to add a little salt. I bring this up because you always get that one comment that is like, this is too salty. So don't you come at me and tell me it's too salty. I'm telling you now, right now would be a perfect time to take a little broth, blow on it, and figure out if it's too salty. That's all you got to do. It's close to perfect. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. That's it. That was a little whole, so there's not much salt. And then we gotta add a little pepper. Give it a little spinny spin. And gonna bring it to a boil and let it boil for about 15 minutes on a low simmer.
4, 3, 2, 1. HOTTLDL. You can take me high to go.
All right, soup is ready. I don't know what that just was. Let me turn it off. Is it too hot for me to carry? No, it's all right. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
That's really, really pretty.
Right? So pretty. She is such a delight. Let me show you how pretty this is. I love that kid. I love her. Seriously, so pretty. And what's gonna make it even more pretty is now we're gonna add in that half of the potatoes and carrots that we took out, if you remember. Let me grab a spoon. I'm gonna put those in. This is gonna add that chunkiness and more color with the carrots. It's just a gorgeous, nourishing, if I might use that little keyword. It's just a gorgeous soup. I'm in love. I'm in love with this soup. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you make the soup because it's really good. All right, it's the end. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or leave me a yay or just something so I know you're there. I hope you come back. Maybe I'll start doing these more. You tell me. Bye. Make this soup. Oh, the recipe is in the description below. I should have probably said that in the beginning, but that's where you can find it.